1898, Bishop Henry McNeil Turner arrived in South Africa. And then he went up to the Transvaal, which is now known as the Transvaal, in order to get permission from the president of that day, President Paul Kruger, for permission for the establishment of the African Methodist Episcopal Church here in South Africa. He came back to Cape Town and he made the 22nd addressed a great gathering in what was then known as the Opera House, and for our younger generation, it is that building opposite the parade, which was the post office later years. It is through the inspiration of that talk by Bishop Turner that brought into being the establishment of Bethel African Methodist Episcopal Church. In May, the 25th of May, 1898, they met in the church hall of St. Paul's in Breed Street. And after that, they came down to the Friendly Hall in Wales Street. In 1908, they purchased a plot of ground on the corner of Blythe and Hanover Street in District 6. And there was built the first AME school known as Bethel Institute. The Reverend Allen Attaway, he came to be the first principal of that school. There was a photographer in Cape Town, Francis MacDonald Gow, who was interested in the African Methodist Episcopal, in the establishment of the African Methodist Episcopal Church. And when there was a kind of secession by the Reverend Dwani of the AME Church, it was Francis MacDonald Gow who came to the aid of the AMEs, and later he became a minister in the church and also a general superintendent. He was the first pastor. The first pastor of Bethel was the Reverend Alexander Morris. Francis MacDonald Gow became the pastor in 1900. And he served Bethel up to 1930. In 1925, Bethel Memorial AME Church building was built. I think there is a picture of that church that was built with funds raised by the Women's Mission Society. In fact, at that time, it was known as the Women's Home and Foreign Missionary Society in America. They raised funds for the establishment of that, for the building, putting up that building. Francis MacDonald Gow served until 1930. And then the Reverend Henry Alexander Fortune, he came and he was pastor for 2 years. In 1931, the son of Francis MacDonald Gow, Francis Herman Gow, became principal of Wilberforce Institute, our school in Transvaal. Then he was brought down to Cape Town to become pastor of Bethel. And it was during the time of Francis MacDonald Gow that I think Bethel reached its height. For Bethel became prominent in the affairs of the city of Cape Town. Who can forget having staging plays like Heaven Bound on the Greenpoint track, where we will be having the stadium one of these days. People from near and far to become members of Bethel. I remember as a youngster taking part in the activities of Bethel in those days. Mind you, I'm still only a young 18. But I remember Bethel. I remember during the war years when Bethel played a part in the civic work in Cape Town. Who can forget Bethel hosting the American sailors and soldiers as they passed through when we had the problems in the Suez Canal? Who can forget the people coming right from Port Bay, right from Somerset, becoming members of Bethel AM Church? They passed many at AM Church to become members of Bethel. Bethel AM Church has produced great men, great women. Bethel AME Church became a beacon in Cape Town. And today we can laud the praises of men like Francis MacDonald Gow, Henry Alexander Fortune, Francis Herman Gow, Levi Topham Gow, and Henry Carlson. Somebody said at the offset that they were not learned men, but there were men and women in Bethel AME Church at that time, at that day, who made their mark. And truly, this morning we can say, with a Henry Longfellow, lives of great men,